Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it, man? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Reporting live from the Dogon. Each one teach one, peace and love. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up, give me the likes. I need the algorithm to feel me, man. Comment, share this, like this. I need the algorithm to feel me, man. Real quick though, this is a session of Mac minutes. I was on social media. I was on Facebook last week, and a friend of mine from college, we were just talking about hip hop, and then we started talking about like interaction between black men and black women, and the conversation ended up leading to, do black men hold black women to a European standard of beauty? Do black men not appreciate the standard of beauty that black women inherently have, innately have? I've been called out, told that I prefer women that are racially ambiguous. I don't know. I think it's interesting. I've been, my thing is, if you look at me, I'll make this personal. If you look at me and the women I've dealt with, it's never really been a complexion thing. It's more or less been a body type. I've always liked women with small waists, wide hips, big butts. That's always been my modus operandi or my go-to. I had to really sit and kind of mull over what she was saying, her questions, and she started talking about Lil' Kim, and she was saying how, now I heard different things about Lil' Kim. I heard Lil' Kim had some type of surgery, and she ended up doing things trying to maintain her beauty, and it wasn't her trying to look white. I don't know. But then I've heard some people say no, she was trying to look more Eurocentric, because she noticed that the guys that she was dealing with, a lot of times they left her for fair complected women or Latino or white women. I can't corroborate that, but I'm going to call this Mac Minute session, did black men fail Lil' Kim? And I guess one of the things that I really, when you by the numbers, when you look at it, black men who are married, I want to say, 70%? Maybe even higher than that, are actually married to black women. So I guess at the end of the day, we are choosing black women. Now, I do admit that by and large, in a lot of ways, black men have held black women to a European standard. But at the same time, I really wish black women would give black men more grace and understand that a lot of black men have just been conditioned. And I know that's like a classic go-to, niggas been conditioned, they just don't know no better. But seriously, there's a programming. Ever since, even back in the days, when my father was a teenager, a young man, he talked about how, the image of beauty was Bo Derek. All these, Bo Derek, Elizabeth Taylor, so on and so forth. Like, white women were put on a pedestal. I think people don't understand how the nature of white supremacy and how it works. And pretty much, at its core, white supremacy says everything that is white is the best, the most beautiful, the most intelligent, the strongest, the most viable. And you're not that if you're not white. So there's been this pedestal that whiteness has been placed on all things social, whether it be film, television, education, the history that you learn. Whiteness is, we have been programmed. It's kind of like Naeem Akbar said, we all, by default, everybody, I don't care how woke you are, we all have been programmed to a great extent, to the point where we have a implicit bias towards whiteness. That's just, I don't care how woke you are. It is something, I think Naeem Akbar called it plantation psychosis. And a lot of us are in the midst of it. I have encountered black men who said, you know, they always want to have white friends or they always wanted white girls. And I would ask them why, and they would all the response would often be the same, like, you know, white women they just seem like they're fun and they're carefree and they don't nag you or you know, and they're beautiful. And white people in general, like their quality of life just seems so carefree and you know, and I would want I knew I couldn't get close to that whiteness, so I would just get the closest thing I could get, which was a light-skinned girl. Had brothers tell me that. You know, and I think, how do I say it? Like I do think in a lot of ways, black men have, even though a lot of us I think are in denial about it, we have held our own women to a European standard in a lot of ways. But my kickback against that is, like, I look at a lot of the, you look at a lot of the IG models, these women are clearly black. A lot of them are clearly black. And they got OnlyFans, Cash App, all this other stuff, and they're making money off of it. And I'm confident that most of their clientele are black men. So I don't want to run with the old trope of just, you know, black men don't appreciate black women, don't like their beauty. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think there are a number of us who are, I would say, whitewashed, but there are even more of us that I know value and appreciate black women. Again, I talked about white supremacy and how it's broadcast through entertainment, film, what have you, TV shows, literature, history, education. I think, you know, in a subconscious way, and then maybe in some black people in a not so subconscious way, we've put whiteness on a pedestal, you know, as I mentioned earlier. And even if you look at religion, the earliest depiction, well, no, if you go to Ethiopia, the earliest depictions of Christ, he was a black man. But and even throughout parts of Europe, there were black statues of divinity, and I believe there's even shrine to the Black Madonna in the Vatican. I don't know if that's just hearsay, but I've heard that, I've seen pictures, but you know, Photoshop, and you just never know how things are manipulated through social media. But I've heard a lot of people say that there are shrines or statues of a Black Madonna throughout Europe. And I guess what I'm saying is, if you look in the ancient world, anything that was dark or black, like the more you dig through history, the blacker the gods get, the darker they get, the blacker they get. You know, and I think that's really interesting how it went from blackness was centered as divine, you know, and then the dialectic switched and black became evil, wicked, and anything that was white was considered pure, saintly, pristine, you know, beautiful, innocent, you know. And I think a lot of that, you know, from that dialectic being juxtaposed in context of black people, I think we can see that we are the opposite of that. Clearly we're not white, so a lot of internalized hatred came about. Like, I know a school teacher, she told me how this black boy told her, this is a black woman teacher, she told me that one of her black male students said, I don't want a black girl. Her skin is ugly. I want a white girl, I want a Latino girl. And she asked him, like, you know, but your skin is the same color as theirs, so why don't you like it? And I think he said something to the effect of, like, well, I'm ugly too. You know, and it's just, I guess I want black women to understand, like, there are some brothers out here, again, they've just been programmed, and until they have that revelation on their own, it just is what it is. But I say ultimately you have to go where you're appreciated, go where you're valued, go where you're celebrated, you know. And most of all, celebrate yourself, love yourself, embrace yourself, affirm yourself, because you don't even like what everybody else got. You know, but like what you got. And somebody else is going to like what you got. But don't waste your time trying to convince somebody to like what you got. But yeah, I can remember a time through hip-hop where, I want to say the early 2000s, it went from, you know, Latino girls to the biracial girls to the Asian girls. And it was just like black women were broadcast like their beauty was the lowest on the totem pole. And I can remember hearing things like being in college, hearing white guys say stuff like, you know, black women, put your ass to the camera. White girls, put your face to the camera. To say like black, you know, that pretty much black women weren't pretty. They just had nice bodies. But we know that's not true. But I guess in watching this, I would like everybody to self-reflect. Ask yourself, why are you attracted to the things that you're attracted to? Why do you dislike certain things? Why do you like certain things? Why do you like certain features? Why do you dislike certain features? Why do you like certain characteristics? You know, I'm not trying to sound like Sigmund Freud, but I think, you know, we should ask ourselves, were these images of beauty, were they foisted upon us? Why do we feel the way we feel? You know? But I know somebody said, don't trip, we're all ugly to somebody and we're all beautiful to somebody. So, again, go where you're appreciated. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, self-love is paramount. And again, if you're waiting for the world to affirm you or to validate you, that has to be its own kind of hell into itself. Because most people, they wake up with new feelings every day. So affirm yourself, love yourself. And I'm not trying to sound like an after-school special. I mean, legitimately love yourself. You know, but you know, I looked at older pictures of Lil' Kim. I thought she was gorgeous. You know, when she had the hardcore album, I saw some. Matter of fact, on the cover art of this, I'm gonna put an older picture of her. On the cover of this thumbnail, the thumbnail for this MACK Minutes. But yeah, I thought she was cute. You know, the Get Money videos, like I never thought Lil' Kim was ugly. But you just never know if what I heard was true. You just never know what's going on in somebody's head. You know, and at the end of the day, we all want to be loved. We all want to be accepted. We all want to be embraced. We all want to have our tribe. We want to be valued, appreciated. But you know, it's like I read somewhere, if you live for their acceptance, you'll die from their rejection. Let me say it again. If you live for their acceptance, you'll die from their rejection. So yeah, I can't stress that enough. Love yourself. Love yourself. Say self-love is the best love. But yeah, I think instead of us attacking black men, I think we need to try to do more. We need to peel back the layers of a lot of our programming, black men and black women alike. You know, I've known, you know, and like I've known black women who, you know, preferred light-skinned men or preferred white men. I'm reading this book right now, Black Skin, White Masks, by Frantz Fanon, and he has a chapter dedicated to the colored woman and the white man. And pretty much there's this lady who wrote this book. I can't remember the name of the book, but she's a black woman. She's from Saint Martinique, and you know, in this book, she just basically talks about how she didn't like her own blackness, and she aspired to be with a white man and to have white babies, and she took pride in the fact that her great-great-great-grandmother or whatever was a white woman. So I think at its core, black men, black women alike, I think, you know, and I like this with the whole black girl magic thing. I think more black women are definitely embracing their own beauty, and I think the standard of beauty is definitely it's widening on the spectrum in context of complexion, facial features, and body type. I think it's interesting how you have a lot of non-black women who aspire to have a black aesthetic. So sometimes I'm kind of weirded out when I see black dudes that like white girls or other races of girls, but their whole swag and their whole, not only their swag, but just their body type it's innately, it's tantamount to a black woman. You know, I've heard brothers say things like, well, you know, she white, but she built like a sister though. And I'm just like, well, just get with a sister. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. Human psychology is such a phenomenon into itself. But yeah, the healing needs to begin. Can't say this enough. Accept yourself, embrace yourself. This is a session of MACK Minutes. Like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, give me the likes. Hopefully you glean something from this. Just, you know, conversation piece. Again, accept yourself. Accept your own. Love yourself. And we all know who controls the imagery controls the narrative. And there's always, you know, whether it be intentional or not, there's always going to be something that's going to resonate. There's always I mean, what they call it, TV programming? Programming. So there's programming there. So yeah, look, just hopefully the people, you know, the people who are in control of the gateways or the gatekeepers or whatever to the industry, to these publications and whatnot. I hope, and it seems like they are widening their scope as far as beauty. And I hope, you know, everybody's represented. But it's the homie Mac, man. Each one teach one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Signing out from the Dogon. Peace and love.